Hello, welcome to back to Karis Crown Massage, and it is quarantine time here. It's first day of April 2020, and we are still in our sheltered in place and quarantines from this COVID-19. And something I wanted to give to my clients and anyone who watches these videos is help with maybe some self-care with massage. I have few clients that really deal with migraines and stress headaches, tension, if you're like me, maybe tension in the neck and upper shoulders. And it's unfortunate that massage is not looked at as a essential job right now. I would love to be working. I know some people do not want to be working that are essential, and I'm the opposite. I would love to be giving massage right now, but I can lose my license for doing so. So what I thought I would do instead is give some self-care videos when I think of areas that maybe you could do for yourself at home. There are several places on the body we can kind of touch and massage on our own to give relief. It will not be the same as a practitioner because you're not as relaxed, you can't get in as well, but it could bring some relief. If you're dealing, today I'm going to do head and neck. In the future I plan on doing some leg and hip, some areas that I work on myself when I feel just tension or discomfort, if I'm having trouble sleeping, all those reasons that you would maybe want a massage on your body. So today though, we're going to do head and neck, and there is a lot of small muscles in the back that connect the base of your skull down into your shoulders, your low neck. And so those often will get really tight, especially a lot of us are on computers or our handhelds, things like that. So we do a lot of leaning over, which is creating more problems for our upper bodies. And that's why so many people complain about shoulder pain, neck pain, things like that. That is probably one of our major culprits. But I think a lot of us just hold a lot of tension in the head and neck anyhow, from stress or whatever. So one thing I like to tell my clients, or often you might hear me say, is like, relax your face, relax your jaw. I know I can tend to even like hold a lot of tension just in my face. So maybe starting self-awareness about face, like how much you hold tension in especially your jaws, but anywhere on your face. And so you might want to do some exercise with your jaws, like just this. Now, if you have a TMJ problem, the popping that might happen, you can still do this if it feels good to you by pressing where that upper jaw muscle opens, right? And you can press pretty hard and slowly do it. Just practice slow movement and press. Now, if it's still painful, if you still feel that popping, you don't have to do this. It's just for people who have some movement in the jaw and that doesn't bother. But for that neck area, one of my favorite ways, and a lot of people don't realize this, is when you have neck tension, great spot is actually in the front. So let's start there. Our pecs and the area here in your clavicle. Clavicle is that upper, what is the mainstream bone? What do we call this? Collarbone, right? Collarbone. You can, if you can see my collarbone, there it is, here's about the width of my collarbone. And you don't ever want to press directly on a bone, okay? Or a joint. But you can take your hand there and then just kind of right below it, when you feel that softer portion of your body. So you're on bone, go below it, and there I can feel, oh yeah, that's softer, that's muscle. So I press all along this clavicle, the collarbone, and then slowly I move my neck. And you can move even your shoulder. A lot of times I will move shoulder as well because this can help a lot of times loosen shoulder pain, shoulder discomfort, and again, neck. So for me, the keys are a couple of things. One is find where you feel some pain, a little discomfort, and hold. Want to hold that, and then small movement. You don't necessarily want a real aggressive movement. You can sometimes when I am working an area out, like sometimes I'll get a rib out, and so I will be a little bit more aggressive when that happens. I know on my own body when that happens, and so I will go in here and I'll do major movement. I don't know if you can see this, but I will go along this clavicle, press, and do a lot of like vigorous movement to try to loosen or get that rib back in place. However, if we're just trying to deal with some neck and maybe upper shoulder discomfort, you want to take slower and just sit with it and enjoy it. Get it loose. Feel how it's loosening, and you can move your body. You want to increase movement. So anything along that clavicle, that collarbone, again, below it is great. You can get in under this way, but I'm not going to show you that because there is contraindications with this area, and you do have to be like a trained person to know how to work this neck area better. So I'm not going to teach you how to self-care that area. This should be helpful enough to treat anything below that bone will be helpful to you, as long as it feels good. And add that small movement. You can even go down into your pec. Here's more into the pec. And same thing, I give some pressure there, and then I move, small movement, okay? So I start usually front part of the body when I'm dealing with tension in the neck and like head. Then let's go to the actual neck. Let's see if we can see this. Basically, same idea. We're gonna find the base of the skull here, okay? And you're gonna kind of get in underneath that ridge, that skull, and press. You should feel that. If you're pressing underneath the skull and hold, and same idea, move the neck. Just sit with it, hold it, and move your neck. Slow movements. Whatever direction you want to move, you can move. I go all over, as you can see. And then you can move your hand. I now go a little bit further. But the idea is that you're getting, hopefully you guys can see this. The idea is that you're getting, if this is the base of my neck, which it is, I'm holding, pressing there and here and over here, and then move. It even feels good right now. I'm holding my upper arm, I'm holding my arm up while I do this, and I actually can feel it helping in the shoulder girdle. So you might even want to consider that, like play with your arms more, stretch your arms back, things like that. So hopefully this is making sense to you. Best advice, if you can remember the two things, one is find right beneath the bone areas, the bony areas, the skull here, your clavicle here. Right below these things is where you want to press. You want to give some pressure to these areas, and then slow movement. Those are probably the top two things. Again, working the front part of your body, I would say first, and then you can work up your neck, behind your head. You can even, head massage, right? Give some, this is not like a nice, this is you're getting into the muscle and and small bones of the head, and you're massaging them. You're pressing, you're using your strength to press these areas. And I love this. It brings a lot of relief to my neck and head. And I'm back here doing the same thing, pressing with my thumbs, with my fingers along my skull, along the head, using quite a bit of pressure to do that. So hopefully this helps you if you're dealing with any tension, headaches, anything really from shoulder, chest, head, or neck, anything here up. These techniques should help bring some relief. You can ask someone in your household to help you if you feel like that will be helpful, and they'll learn and know what they're doing. But honestly, this is self-care, guys. You could do it on your own. A ball is always helpful too. I personally don't use a ball for the areas that I just showed you, because these are smaller areas, and balls tend to help bigger areas like thighs and hips, butt, things like that. And that would be where we'd want to use like a bigger ball. So maybe in another video when we do some of those areas, I'll bring out a ball and we can show you how that might help. But good luck, guys. And if you want any more help with this, go ahead and message me. If something isn't clear, I can do better, or maybe try again to explain what might help you. But hopefully this video helps bring some relief during this time. Okay, take care. Bye.